Hi, good people. Hi, TIs. Good morning. It's Sherry, and I am here with some free and valuable information for you. Information to help you benefit yourself as well as others. Okay, so everybody's welcome to watch this video. However, this is going to be more geared towards TIs, targeted individuals, and the experiences, my experiences being a targeted individual that other TIs can relate to. So it's going to be a little bit from that frame of reference. So if you're not targeted, it's kind of hard. It might be hard to follow, but in all, targeting is bullying. So if you can relate to bullying, which I think all of us can, then you will understand what's going on. But just be aware, the experiences are very outside of the normal frame of reference. Things that you wouldn't think would happen, couldn't happen, shouldn't happen, definitely shouldn't. But hey, we're living in, that's theory. We're living in, what really happens. Okay, so yeah, in an ideal world, these things wouldn't happen, and it would be perfect, and we would be ruled by the Creator, and not have our sinful tendencies to dissuade us and have us make poor decisions and be sinful. But unfortunately, we are at this point. So that is the whole reason that Jesus Christ died for us, so that we can get through this, and it'll all be okay in the end. So end game is good. All right. And in the meantime, I think videos like this help because it can share the experiences, so it doesn't seem so bizarre if it's happening to you. Also can find possible solutions in the interim. Okay, so that being said, all right, it's been a good week for me, more or less. Notice something different? Oh yeah. Rocking the wig. $20. I'm telling you, the best $20 you can ever spend. I mean, that's a different subject, but yeah, I did that this week. $20. It's not human hair. It's not human. It's synthetic, which I think I've read that it comes from horsetails, but I honestly feel more comfortable wearing a horse's hair rather than a human hair. And the reason I say this is because I've tried on human hair wigs before, and they're very heavy and very thick. I mean, whoever donates the hair has beautifully thick, wonderful hair, but I don't know, I just feel kind of weirded out. I always feel like the person who donated it might have died or something. Sad. No, and they didn't. No, they're alive and well. They're just donating their locks, But okay, I like the synthetic anyways. I feel cleaner and blah, blah, whatever. So got this. Also was able to get my hair done. So thankfully the salons were open. Had a new lady that I never met before do it. And it was just a relaxer, so she did it good. Did it wonderful. She did a good cut job on it too. Got all my dead ends off. Da 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 da. So that was a good week. So I'm appreciative. So with my targeting, though, with the targeting, it's been a hard week. Actually, right now, I should be getting ready to do things. It's Saturday. So, I mean, there's plenty of things I want to do. I want to go take the dog out to the park and do a little training with him. I have to give the dog a bath later. I have to take a bath, do all that extra stuff I didn't get to do during the week. Cook, clean the house, give it that really deep cleaning, dust and vacuum, and, do the floors and all that. Just little stuff, normal stuff. But I'll be honest with you, my energy is so low right now from being hit with direct energy weapons, what I believe to be direct energy weapons, which, of course, what else would they be? UTIs know. All week, it's just been like really, steady. And I think this targeting is taking a toll finally on my body and my brain, of course. It's been going on for so many years. And you're getting a form of radiation. Direct energy is not normal to the human body. Not to mention the whole environment is already engulfed with it, with the 5G. So you're getting it everywhere, and it's taking a toll on me. My energy is so low. I would have already liked to start my errands and get them done already, and be home ready to relax and maybe watch a movie tonight and, eat some pizza, just Saturday stuff, Maybe look on Christian Mingle, get my account set up, tend to myself, my goals. But right now I'm dragging. And this is because my energy is so low from being hit with energy weapons all week, okay, for the past years. No let up. I suppose they're going lighter and everything, but it still hurts, and it still takes my energy. All right, so what else this week anyways? Puzzles, perp puzzles. My family, definitely, I've come to the conclusion that they know about what's going on. And the fact that they sit there and they'll mention things, specific things, people's names, actually. I've had like an aunt and a cousin mention specific people's names of my perps. And I'm thinking to myself, if you know the names, then why aren't you coming with me and we go file a police report or go to the DA? Why are you not doing that? Why are you telling me, oh, hey, I know who assaulted you, but you didn't, and that's okay if it happened once and it would cease, but it's continuing, not necessarily the assault, but which I'll get to later, because that did happen once this week. Okay, let's just take it little by little. I told you and I do this once a week, so it's like, this is everything that happened throughout the week. But with the family, they'll mention specific perps' names. And to me, it's offensive. It's like, well, if you know who's doing it, then why on God's green earth would you let that happen? How evil of a family can that be? How evil? I understand people make mistakes. Oh, I get it. And I can forgive. But mistakes means you made them, okay? Dun dun dun. And then you stop doing them. Okay? You get the difference? You make a mistake, then you realize it, that you hurt somebody, and you don't ever want to do it again, and so you stop it. There you go. It's not saying you never make a mistake. It's just saying once you do, you, correct the behavior. They're not correcting it. Okay, so that's a little bit of an issue. And it's really head trippy because, you love your family and you're so close to them and they'll do a lot for you and you'll do anything for them. And then, but to have something like this, like who's targeting me, and yet you don't. You actually they sit and mock me about it. Basically, that's mocking. You know who's doing it, you're laughing about it, and you're not offering to even help me. Kind of like they're reveling in my pain. And I think it's a little bit of revenge, and I understand my family members who do it for that. But then there's also a trace of jealousy. Almost like, ha ha ha, you think you're so awesome, with your wigs. With your, whatever it is that they think that I have, or, maybe I've come across whatever to them, but still, that's not the way to handle it. There's a bit of jealousy and there's a bit of evilness to it. I'll just be straight up, because to sit and let that, I couldn't picture that being somebody in my family and me knowing about somebody messing with them and not telling them. Even if I didn't like them, I would tell one other family member, hey, da da da, this is going on. You might want to let them know. They're being recorded. Some such and such got them live streamed and is recording them, broadcasting them, to an audience. That's just me. So, anyways, I'm not, my family, love them, but got a very funny acting people sometimes. But I love them. They're the kindest people, and then they're the funniest acting people. So don't if you ever become targeted, and this is head trippy, you'll think, oh, my family wouldn't be involved. A lot of times they will get your family involved. And if there's any type of root jealousy or competition or envy, things like that, this targeting program will bring it out, because they'll be like, aha, this is our chance to get her back, or him or her, and it can get real twisted. Never in my life would I think that my family would know about an assaults or targeting on such a high level and let it happen and not try to assist me. That also tells me about who's managing the program. Obviously has enough power to intimidate my family into submission, to going along with it. Pretty sad. So anyways, that's that. Okay, what else was going on? Oh yes, at some point during this week, I'm just going to be honest. Okay, this is what happens. My genitalia were hurting. My butt and my vaginal. Yes. Now, I don't have a husband. I don't have a boyfriend. I'm single. And I like it that way. By choice. By choice. I'm not saying that I could get the best of the best, but I could have a man. And, I've dated in the past. You know how that is. When you throw in sex as an added bonus, right? That kind of sweetens the pot. Try telling men nowadays that you want to wait till you get married to have sex. It's like telling them, to give you $1 million. They're like, what? It's unheard of, in this society right now. So anyways, I digress. But I'm choosing right now to be single, halfway choosing and halfway not finding the people that I want to find. That'll match with my personality, because, I got my stuff going on. So I need a specific kind of person, and I'll be good to them and they'll be good to me. But in the meantime, I'm not with anybody, physically or any otherwise. So why, at some point during this week, I literally, and I know I'm not crazy, I'm not that crazy to not know when my vaginal and my butt felt like they had been I don't know. It felt like when you go to the gynecologist ladies and they, to get your pap smear so they can check your stuff and make sure you're okay. They put that little machine in you, that little spectrum or not a sphygmometer. That's for the blood pressure. Spectrum type of thing. It looks like a, it looks like a kitchen device. They put it in your privates and then they twist it and open it up so they can see. That's what it felt like. So I don't know if I'm sleeping and this Black Ops operations has me on a table somewhere and is putting a spectrum and then taking like vaginal swabs, or I don't know what my privates when I woke up felt like they had been tampered with, and my butt. And I know the difference. You just don't wake up and your butt feels like something's been in there. You just don't. Of all the years, the 41 years that I've lived on this earth, that never happens when you're not sexually active or if something happened. The inside of your butt just don't hurt and feel like it's been entered. Same thing with your vaginal. It just doesn't happen. It's like your skin, you're nothing, unless you bumped it or, it touched it somehow. It's not just going to hurt. It just doesn't. It's just there. It doesn't hurt. It's, unless you bump it or touch it or bruise it, or then it hurts. Same thing. So I woke up like that one day last week. Very disturbing. And it was one of those days, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I don't get to have regular dreams anymore. I have this weird type of, and I used to, and it's really sad because I miss it. I have, I used to dream and you feel your sleep cycle and it goes kind of in waves. It feels normal. And then you get to the dreaming part and then you wake up a little bit and then you go back and you start the whole cycle all over again. And then you wake up and you feel rested. Your cells have gotten to heal. You just feel you slept. I don't get that anymore. I get the kind of sleeps where I fall asleep and it's like a drug, and then I wake up and it's morning already. Like, what the heck? What happened in the past 6-7 hours? 7, who are we kidding? 6, 5.5, 6. What happened to those, and it wasn't even deep sleep. And then my head will be hurting and all this. So, I don't get to sleep regular anymore, okay? And that happened particularly on that night. So I'm walking around, and I'm like working on very little sleep. And this sounds so crazy if you don't understand what can be done and what people do, but TIs, and all you have to do is look at, government projects and stuff that they'll do to people, especially single people. When you sleep at home alone, ladies and gentlemen, that is like a green light for all the perverts and all the medical illegal experimentation, all the crime stuff. That's like a green light for them. My advice, knowing what I know, and I'm going to write a book on this, my advice to avoid being targeted, especially as we move towards this new world order, okay? My advice, be careful when you're single. Don't tell people I know as women, sometimes we're proud, yeah, I'm single, I don't have a husband or kids, you're trying to you're just being honest about your status, and, you're also putting the feelers out there in case people have a possible potential mate for you, right? Not nowadays. You got to play it safe. I'd even go as far as wearing a fake ring on your wedding, on your ring finger, your wedding ring finger. Oh yeah, because they're looking for more victims. Yes, they are. And you would say, why? Why would somebody do this, Sherry? Because they're making money. Because why? Because with their energy weapons, they're collecting data. Data. It's all about data. You remember Lord of the Rings, that Smeagol, he was obsessed with the ring? My precious. He couldn't focus on anything but that ring. That's how these tech companies are and the New World Order people are with that data. Data. They want it. They're shaking, they want it so bad. They're jonesing for it. Why? Because data controls the world. What is data? This data. Oh yeah, it's surpassed oil in value. Oil. Wars have been fought over oils. Wars have been fought over oil. Okay, that's how valuable oil is, right? Okay, Afghanistan, all that, all the Middle East, that was for their oil. Okay, but now, data has surpassed that in value. What the heck is data? Where are they getting it from? This data. Oh yeah, this. Everybody has one. Your brain, your precious, precious brain that houses your free will, your thoughts, your hopes, your dreams, your likes, your dislikes, what makes you laugh, what makes you cry, what makes you, feel sentimental, your spiritual relationship with the Creator, with other people, with this, everything is here. Forget anything else. It's here. They're like zombies. And they want it. They want at it. They want inside. And they're able to do it with a lot of the technology. This is not theory. I've done videos before that explained it. I can do videos again, and I will. I'm kind of tired. I'm sorry, guys. I love you guys, but I get, this is very tiring, especially because I love doing it though, I love helping, and this is important. So I'm trying to help you so that you can avoid this if possible. It's not always possible. You're going to get on a list and you're going to get tested on, and that's okay. Eventually it'll be rolled out to everybody. And it's okay. It doesn't hurt to be synced, but it also don't tickle. And it's also not nice when you can't even do things like have a normal night's sleep. They love playing in your brain at night. When you're sleeping, your brain gets really vulnerable, and that's when they want in. They remind me of like perverts, like at the door as soon as you're sleeping. Knock, knock. Like, leave me alone. I'm sleeping. I want to get up and go to work. I have a normal life. They don't care about your normal life. Because to them, New World Order, collecting data from here. That's the only way you're going to collect it from. It's not enough now through marketing and advertising. Now they want in. Okay, they've been skirting around. They've been trying to get in for years. It's been hard, because it's in here. How are you going to get in here? With the technology, they're able to tap into here, and they do, like a pervert, uninvited. Non-consensual. It's disgusting, really. But that being said, I'm running on 0 to little sleep. I don't mean to complain. I know maybe in my program that the people who run it are trying to be helpful and let me get as much sleep as possible, but they still run that goddamn machine every night. Sickening. Turn it off. Again, TIs, you know that who runs these programs is a mixture of medical mixed with military mixed with organized crime. Okay? And again, I don't know why last week I woke up with my vaginal and my rectum feeling like they had been tampered with and or entered, and not good. Okay? Not good. I mean, imagine that. I was able to sleep through that. I was drugged somehow. Something happened, because I wouldn't sit for that if I was awake. And how vulnerable. That means I can't go to sleep in peace. I have to be sick. And I know if I had a husband or, even family that lived with me, that wouldn't happen. But because I'm single and I'm vulnerable, they think it's playtime, that it's okay to do that. So again, that's partly the reason I'm making these videos, because I know in this day and age, I know there's a lot of single people, especially women, living on your own before you find that husband. You want the right one. You got to match up your personality. You don't want to get married and have to get a divorce and then have kids and get a divorce. You don't want to have kids if you're not ready for kids with the wrong man. Same thing with men. You want the right woman for your personality. You don't just want any woman. You don't want to mess around and get married and have kids and then have to get divorced and all that. So I get it. We're staying single longer. Okay? And that's okay, but just be aware that this program loves to target single people. They love it. You have no protection at night, and that's when they love to do this, because remember, they want that data. They can get it anytime, but it's so much easier to get when you're sleeping, because your brain is open for business. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be you can sleep so your body can heal and so you can get rest. But these tech companies, they want in, and they get in at night. Okay? Not to mention, it's a house of horrors what they can do. Okay, I'm not going to get into all that today, but to wake up one day out of the week and have your genitals hurting, pretty scary. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Anywho, and I can, like I said, there's other records of experiments that have been done on people that have shown stuff like that. Like I said, don't ever think, what the world should be, what it could be, what it would be. You have to think of what it is, okay? If there's such things as, pedophile rings, where they can, or pedophile porn, where they can take and make pornography with children, okay? How much more so, yeah, they can take somebody and experiment on them at night in their house. Sure they can. Especially if they have the power to hush everybody up about it. Who has that power? Very powerful people. Okay. So this week, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I got stuff to do right now. I can't even go do it because I'm tired. Okay? I haven't had basically any dreams. My dreams are little to non-existent. I just go to sleep like I'm drugged. Sleep, boom, wake up 6 hours later. What the heck happened? Oh, my butt hurts. My vaginal hurts. Wonderful. What else? Okay. Oh, after that whole vaginal incident, right, the day I woke up after that, surprise, surprise, I ended up with a yeast infection. Oh, yeah, for ladies, TMI, guys, but whatever, this is a real thing, okay? Those things down there, men are a little different outside It can breathe. You got air. Hopefully you're circumcised. You know what I mean? It's different. It can breathe. Women, it's all inside. It's inside. You got, it gets hot. It gets sweaty. It's, you know what I mean? And with these, sometimes with the skinny jeans, right? You wear your stuff a little tight. You gain a little weight. So even your regular jeans are like tighter than they should be. And yeah, okay, uniform pants. You're hot in there. You're sweating. You got big legs. That's like covering up the area even more. So your poor little blossom can't breathe. And okay, ended up with a yeast infection that week. A couple days later, all of a sudden, bam, yeast infection. So, what's up with that? I haven't had a yeast infection. TMI, but I used to get them a lot, okay? And I made sure I drink a lot of water. I eat fruit. I try to be healthy. I don't overdrink. I don't smoke anymore. Exercise. Try to, be active. My job's pretty active. One of them. But, yeah. So I haven't had a yeast infection in a long time. All of a sudden, boom, I got a yeast infection. That same time after that same week that I had felt harassed in my genital area. So anyways, coincidence? Who knows, huh? Yeah. What else? Okay, so I got a new phone, and I'm excited. This is actually my old phone, but my new phone, I noticed that it was hacked into right away. I can tell because my Google will show a totally different, to show the area that you're in. But when your phone is hacked, sometimes it'll show the hacker's location. So I live in, whatever, Anytown, USA. When I check my phone, I got my Google's pulling up in Michigan and Chicago, Illinois. I don't live anywhere near Chicago, Illinois. I don't live anywhere near, I live close, but a whole state away. That's because my hackers. So a lot of my hackers are from Chicago as well as Michigan. So be aware of that. And I know there's a lot of, black ops stuff going on in those states. Okay, especially Illinois is the first designated smart state in the United States. Smart state is where they're... Okay, this is going to get technical. The goal is to make the whole world a smart world. Do you know what Alexa is? Okay, right. So that's, you can talk with your voice and, hey, Alexa, turn on the air conditioner. Hey, Alexa, preheat the oven. Hey, Alexa, turn on the fan. Hey, Alexa, turn on the washer, da-da-da. Now, you can do that, but they want it within the whole world, like outside too. Everything voice activated, visual, audio, surveillance. Okay, smart world. Futuristic stuff, but that's the goal. And they're building an infrastructure to achieve that goal. Okay, well, one of the first states designated to become a smart state is Illinois. So it's no surprise to me when my phone shows up that it's being hacked from Illinois. Okay, but it kind of gets me going because, at least I'd let it be my own state, but I digress. All right, so perps names, some of the perps names. I don't like to name names, but I'm just telling you, the names of my perps keep bringing up. One is Fred. My family likes to bring that up too. Don't really know. I do know a Fred. I don't know him really personally, but his name keeps coming up. Okay. Also, the name Tony. Again, this is not me bringing this up. This is my perps bringing it up. Jason. Not me. They bring it up to me. What else? Just, something about Potawatomi. And then even the name Gloria came up. I haven't talked to Gloria in years. Also, some old black man with the name Mac or something. No interest. It's like Rumpelstiltskin. Don't even say the name. They appear. I don't know. I'm not into it. Anywho, these are the names my perps bring up. Also, one big perp, I believe, is a perp that I see all the time in my targeting. Very trying to be aggressive, too. Always want to make themselves known. Italians. The Italians, okay, you're going to be like, what Italians? The ones that own this cab company, I really do believe, I see them all the time in my targeting, all the time. And I never seen cabs that much before. And nowadays with Ubers and Lyfts, there's just not that many need for cabs in the city. Maybe certain parts of the city, downtown or the east side where there's a lot of nightlife and stuff, at least there was before everything happened. But yeah, I see cabs all the time, and they'll purposely do it. They'll be actually waiting on my block when I get home from wherever I'm at, and they'll ride past real fast just to make sure I see them. Then I'm on the freeway, I see two more. Which again, if you're in a big city and if you see cabs all the time, then it's not a surprising thing. But for me, Before my targeting started, or at least before it became this aggressive, I did not see that many cabs. That tells me that they play a big part, I believe, in my targeting. So, how wonderful, huh? Cab company. It's, it's bad enough that you would have the government um, doing illegal programs on you, right? Now you got the government is involving cab companies. Why? What's the connection? Oh, that's right, because cab companies are under the Teamsters Union, which can be part sometimes, not all the time, many times can be involved with organized crime. So there you go. There's a connection. Government and organized crime. Sitting in a tree. KISSING, right? Disgusting. Trying to make money off of trafficking people. And it's not even trafficking for just like body anymore. They want this, people. This is the new. Now I know what all the zombie movies were talking about. They want your brains. Why? Because they want to control. Yeah. Your brain is, that's your everything. That's your personality is housed here. What makes you laugh? What makes you cry? Like I said, your free will, your thoughts, your ambitions, your emotions. What makes you smile? What makes you cry? What's your favorite thing about your creator? All this stuff that makes us, individuals. How the true God created us to be individuals. Each one of us. If we were the same, we'd be like robots. No, he gave us each a distinctive personality. And then he let us develop it on our own too. Certain aspects are developed, different people. So it's disgusting that actual people want to try to control that. But I guess power and control. Oh yeah, what else happened this week? I want to tell you about this with my with my targeting. I had, for some reason, Africans play a part in my targeting. Not black people. I'm talking about African people from Africa. Okay? And I think that is because I used to work at a county place, and there was a lot of people from Africa and also like the Philippines and stuff. Like a lot of foreign workers were hired, and I think that's because they have to do like a visa thing, so then they get them on a contract and all that. Okay, so I think these are probably maybe something to do with that type of county hired people that hires foreigners for their visas and puts them on contract. Whatnot. I'm thinking, because that Africans are a big part of my targeting. So I get an African Uber driver one day, which is fine. Hey, sir, I'm just going to the Walmart, I just got to pick up some stuff, okay? This man drives me like we were driving on a high-speed chase. It was so bumpy in the car. I was like going like this from side. Literally, he was swerving corner. It was like a violent, I'm not exaggerating. Look at, like, I can take a lot of stuff. But because my targeting, it was like an anger to it, like they told him to really turn it up. Literally, I was like this in the back seat. Yeah. I'm like, come on, dude. And you know what, though? Because I knew he wanted a reaction, I didn't say a word. I just had my headset in, headphones, and I was listening to whatever podcast. Just listening. Yeah. I didn't say it because I knew they wanted a reaction. Then, I guess I wasn't giving them the reaction. Then he tries to drop me off about 20 miles out of the way where I was actually going. Okay? I live on the southwest part of the city. We're way over in a different county. I'm like, what are you doing here? Oh, this is where you drop off? No, that's not where I wanted to be dropped off, in a whole different city. Take me home. And then I had to get a little firm with him and start kind of, being a B word. Turn here. No, keep going straight. Then he's all, acting like he doesn't understand. You understand. Then I had to pay like an extra $20 for that ride, just because he went like 20 miles out of the way. And so instead of a $10 ride, it turned into a $40 ride. So, and I don't have money like that. I don't know what people think. I'm made of money or whatever. Keep, free ticket. I don't know, free ticket, because I've never gotten anything free. I actually work very hard for my money, every penny of it. I feel like I should be reimbursed. Literally, the African fella took me all the way out of my way and ride from hell. Violent. It was actually kind of scary. I'm like, are you going to try to it was nuts. So, yeah, ride from hell. I still rated him 3 stars. Usually I give 5 stars every time, but that was a 3-star. I could have really gone in and, requested a refund, and this person is unsafe. But because I know this is targeting, I didn't want to blame him all the way. I know that somebody told him to do that. That's why he did that. So that's the frustrating thing about this too, is that the bullies at the top, they get like their little minions to go do it for them. So then when you're getting mad at the minions because they're the ones doing it, but technically they wouldn't have started had somebody not told them to do it. So, that's my other phone going. Trying to interrupt me during a podcast. See, that's why you turn off your devices and put them on airplane mode. Oops. Probably one of my family members wanted to rub it in about, nobody knows that I'm targeted, but yet they all know. Funny though, huh? Hilarious. All right. So what else? I think that was it. That's for this week, anyways. That's how it's been. Yeah, that is what's going on. I'm looking at my notes here, that's why I keep looking down. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, we had a curfew here a couple days last week, and I don't know about anybody else. You guys have curfew in your states, but I was loving it. Heck yeah, especially being a targeted person, it turned down all that nervous energy. You know what I mean? That you guys know when you're targeted bullying, when anybody that's been bullied, you know how the bully gets worked up. They got to see where you're going. They got to just, like, they can't rest if they're so jealous. They can't rest even if you're, like, breathing, so they got to mess with you. I love the curfew because it shut it all down, Like, everybody, no offense, I know, if you like to be out late, but really, there's no reason for it. If you're not working, medical stuff where you got to be up all night, security, got to be up all night, gas station, stuff like that. But otherwise, the regular people, please, go home and go to sleep at night. Ain't nothing going on after dark that, after like 10, 11 o'clock that you need to be out in the streets. A lot of people, too, in the intersection I see, they're just joyriding. I understand, I did it when I was younger, but honestly, it does cause a lot of extra drama and, extra trouble, and it becomes a safety risk. Go home. You can joyride during the day when it's light outside. It's easier to see the streets. Again, I understand freedom and all that, but for law enforcement and whatnot and keeping neighborhoods and community safe, I think that curfew was awesome. Just my humble opinion. So, all right, that's it. That's enough. I've blabbed enough. That's it for puzzles this week. So I'm ready. I have a ton of things to do. Like I said, just little stuff. Clean the house, go train the dog a little bit, give the dog a bath, give myself a bath, go to the store, braving Walmart on a date, Saturday. Do a good deep clean in my home, cook a little bit, but I have energy to do none of it. And that's disgusting. Sad. I could cry, but then that'll take more energy that I already don't have. So forget it, not going to cry. I might not even be able to go do my errands. That's how exhausted that I literally am. And you understand when, I'll say this briefly, TIs, and anybody else, if you think you might be targeted, that's one of the signs to look out for, is constantly being drained of energy. And there's a lot of misdiagnosis out here because they don't want to, the powers that be don't want to admit that there's energy weapons, okay? But logically, call your local hospital. Ask them if they have something called the virtual knife. That's a surgery, okay? Instead of using a laser, which is light, virtual knife uses ultrasound frequencies. Frequencies. You get it? Energy. Okay? So that's a tool. They can use it to cut into your brain without actually using a knife or a scalpel or anything. They can beam it right on the area and, and remove tumors and things like that. They can also use it to help you go to sleep for anesthesia. They can beam it on a part of your brain that puts you into a deep sleep. It's called the theta wave knockout. That's where theta waves is when you go into a deep sleep, okay? They use it for surgery. Now, if you use your critical thinking skills, whatever can be used by the hospital as a tool, that means it's invented. It's a reality. It exists. That same tool can also be bought by other organizations and people, whomever, Tom, Dick, or Harry, whoever has the money to buy it, and then they can use it however they see fit. I mean, they're not supposed to. It's illegal, like a firearm. The law enforcement has firearms, yes, but firearms can also be used by any Tom, Dick, or Harry on the street for crimes. Okay, I'm just saying. So just as much as we focus on, like, regular weapons, what about these energy weapons? And then because they're invisible, they're even worse to me because you can hide it. Your neighbor can be beaming a, energy weapon on you. Okay, you could be a subject of an experimentation, medical, military, and they can beam it right at you in your home, and then they can deny it. Because why? Because it's invisible. And who are you going to call? The police? Hi, they're aiming an energy weapon at me? And the police know these things exist. The sheriff's department knows these things exist, but they're not allowed to talk about it. That is the problem. That is the problem. It exists. It's dangerous, so why can't we talk about it? By not talking about it, the people are still doing it, when that's the whole point. Ha ha ha, let's cover up. Let's cover it up. It's magic. This doesn't exist. But energy weapons do exist. They do, and they're for sale. Oh, what's the honor system? People wouldn't use that to hurt each other. They would do it. They would, they have, they will. What do you mean they wouldn't? Especially these tech companies and, doing all experiments, collecting data. They're going to tell people, hi, we're going to play in your brain. Do you mind if we run this machine on you every night for the next 10 years? Yeah, I mind. They're not going to say that. So to keep on and not admit the existence, that's part of the problem. But one of the things you'll notice if you ever become targeted or if energy weapons are aimed at you, it sucks out your energy because it is a form of radiation. You understand that radiation is a verb. It means you're radiating, right? Radiating. Boop, boop, boop. Radiating what? Energy, frequency, 5G, EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies. Okay? So they're radiating it on you. So you'll notice too, your energy will get low because it's at your body. It's a radiation like a microwave. And you'll notice too, a lot of thyroid problems will start with that. Oh yeah, because that's one of the things to be affected because it absorbs all that radiation. For years, I had a horrible thyroid. My levels were so low. I'd go to the doctor and they were like, wow, your levels are, they wanted to do radiation therapy with me and everything. I said no to that. They wanted me to go and you swallow, they give you it's a controlled, obviously, give you controlled radiation to kill your thyroid. Okay. Hello, killing a healthy organ? Well, it wasn't healthy, but still, I say no. It might repair itself. If you go and kill it, it might never repair itself. No, I don't play that. I don't know who they think they're dealing with, but I'm no dummy. You leave it, just leave it. We're going to deal with it. But yeah, one of the first things when you get, with radiation, it hits your thyroid because your thyroid is absorbing it all. So you'll notice your thyroid levels will be real off. And plus your throat will hurt. I constantly had a throat ache for years. I mean, I would literally wake up like I had rocks in my throat. It hurt so bad. I'd wear scarves and stuff. It's one of the reasons I started drinking coffee was because the warm water helped to soothe my throat. My thyroid Adam's apple for men, but it would be so huge, like just, and hurting. What I believe is to be energy weapons, yeah. And nobody could explain why. It was a mystery. Why are your thyroids almost dying here? Well, yeah. And little did I know, these people who are doing these experiments, you're radiating me every day. No wonder my thyroid's not working. Not to mention when you do that, thyroid controls a lot of things like fertility, hair loss, right? And they like to aim that machine right in the front, right? That was one of the first signs of when I look back. Thyroid problems, hair loss, I just remember voice, just, horrible. And you think they'll ever admit this? No. And I have a list of experiments. You can Google it, experiments that have been done on on citizens all over the world, not just the United States. All over the world, they do experiments on people. Use them as guinea pigs. You think they'll ever admit to what they've done? Sometimes, but you got to get the proof and you got to get a group of people. Okay? So I don't know. I can't do it all by myself. So, but at least I can help. I want to help people when you're dealing with it. Symptoms like this, not even having energy to live your life. What if I had a husband? What if I was married? What if I had kids? Oh, mommy, we want to get up early and go, and go for a walk, and we want to go to the park, we want to go to the pool, and, I'd love to do that stuff. Oh, mommy's tired. Mommy's got the energy of a 90-year-old. Not because mommy's smoking, my business if I did, not because mommy's living an unhealthy lifestyle. Mommy went to sleep on time, but no, I got these people beaming a darn, energy weapon, doing secret experimentation, getting paid. I'm just saying, hypothetical, not hypothetical, the energy weapons, that's real. The situation, imagine if, I'm so glad I don't have kids, because with this energy level, I wouldn't even be able to help them, okay? I mean, I would, but imagine how painful. So for those of you out there who have kids, I mean, stay strong, try to, whatever you can do. I heard there's certain supplements and vitamins and things like that, but it's disgusting, you ruin somebody's life like this. Imagine if you're married and you want to, be with your husband. You want to plan a special day, a special evening. I want to cook you a special meal, your favorite. I want to, da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? He'll do it for you one day, too. You know what I'm saying? You want to be nice and kind and, keep that spark in there and have fun and enjoy your husband. Now imagine you getting beamed with an energy weapon all night. Man, I barely got energy to get up and shower, much less perform. I mean, how dare these people? And how dare them? The true God will fix all of this one day. That's pretty much all we have to look forward to. In the meantime, all we can do is stay educated about it, and things like this, helping each other with our community, in our targeted individual community. Um, you know, this video, I know, again, it's outside of the normal frame of reference, that you wouldn't think that this is possible, but it's possible. It's happening. This is a way of life for some of us. And I fear that it's going to be even more so in the future, because that is the goal with the smart world, with the transhumanism, with the syncing of human brains with devices, and that's all the data that they're gathering. But meanwhile, while they're gathering data from live guinea pigs, you're ruining our lives too. So, trying to ruin our life. Well, maybe they're not even trying to. Maybe they don't even look at it like that. Maybe they're just like, subject test number 10395. They don't even care about, they're not trying to hurt you. They're just trying to gather that data, Smeagol with the ring. I got to get the data. But this is a real human with a real life. So yeah, I might have to sit around. This is what I do, and I have the luxury of doing it because I don't have children. I might literally have to sit around for the next couple hours, maybe all day, to rejuvenate myself. That's how low my energy is. I can barely get up and walk. And I don't mean that, I'm not dramatic, I can barely get up and walk right now. Also, too, the things like fibromyalgia. So a lot of times those are misdiagnoses, and because you can be being experimented on with these direct energy weapons, and it'll come up as a whole slew of other symptoms, I know one time if they do it on your head, your eyes can be affected. It'll make your eye pressure build up. Like I said, hair stuff, thyroid stuff, energy, muscles and joints aching. It hurts. So anyways, I'm going to stop talking. Like I said, when a situation like this, sometimes I have to rejuvenate myself. I might have to rest an hour, might have to be 2 hours, might be the whole day. Hopefully not, because I want to get things done, and I have to work again. So, but this is the life of a TI right here. And I slept, early enough, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, but here I am, and that machine was run on me, so very little energy. Not really enough to do with the things I need to do. I digress. That's enough, guys. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you like hearing these type of, if you like hearing the chronicling of TI experiences and putting these little puzzle pieces together. And I hope you have a good weekend. Don't forget to do your research. Okay, and the true God loves us. This will be over one day. Okay, but before it's over, we're going to have to go through really tough times. But the true God loves us, and it will be over one day. All right, thank you so much. Have a good weekend. Bye.